is the producer of Evolution of Music. CRZFawkz. Basically, this started off as kind of like a little flexor type beat I posted in June. I didn't think it would go anywhere, honestly, but that's till Travis Scotch used the instrumental for Evolution of Music. Basically, he hit me up and was like, yeah, I used the instrumental from your little flexor beat on Evolution of Music. I let him use it because, you know, it's Travis Scotch, like, you can't go wrong. So basically, Travis Scotch used the instrumental for the Evolution of Music, and it now has 1.6k views, so we kind of got a hit on our hands. So I'm going to show you what I did in FL Studio to make this. So as you can see, we got only 7 tracks. It's a very simplistic beat, but there's a lot of things that you might not have catched in this beat. So basically, I started off with a bass synth. Those tracks are up there because I moved them up there because they're the most important tracks in the piece. But when we get onto the bass synth, I don't actually have to single these out. I can just go to pattern. So when it comes to the bass synth, it kind of sounds like this. So basically, as you can see, it's a very simplistic pattern, but it gets the job done. Yeah, very simplistic pattern. It's just a simple 2-note bass line. For the bass, for the synth bass, I used the preset bass synth Citrus. So basically, I used this VST to make the bass sound that you hear at the start of Evolution of Music. In the original, it kind of fades out, but here is the reprod version. So basically, I made it prominent throughout the whole thing, even though the bass completely drowns it out being so loud. But we'll get to that later. So the next instrument I got is this piano. So this piano goes like this. It's that C7 key and B6 key. It's just 2 chords again, so let's go. So very similar to the original. I couldn't get the original's project file in Magix, but in FL I completely remade it, which is what they mostly do for Deconstructed, probably, or what they do on the show on Genius that I'm on. It's a pretty simplistic pattern. It has a few effects that I'll get into later. The most important part, the hi-hat. It's a very complicated pattern. It took a lot of steps to make this pattern. It's basically just like every second note it goes. It's a very slim note. As you can see, it's in C5 key, obviously, because that's what you put your drums in usually. But yeah, I could make it smaller, like, you know, like I could chop it up or something, but I didn't do that. So I just kept them regular. I didn't chop up the hi-hats or do any stupid shit. And what do you know? It got me a hit with Evolution of Music. But we're going to go on to the next thing. We're going to go into the kick, which is the most, obviously, the meat and bones of this. Like, you can't go wrong with the kick. So I'm going to play the kick. For the sound of this kick, I used the Kenny Beats Kick 19 from his floating drum kit. So basically, yeah, those are my kits. If you want to check out the swag, the sauce I'm dripping, shout out Kenny Beats for that kick. It's beautiful. We're going to go to the next thing. So the next thing is the 808, which is this. So we're going to play it. As you can hear with the 808, it is a pattern just like the kick. It's just a little layering, and if you look at the mixer here, I actually made the 808 very quiet because it's super loud, and it would drown out. It would actually match the volume of the kick if I put it up, obviously. So I put it down a bit. With the tag, this is the tag. So let me just, this is my tag. If you want to make a CRZFawkz drum kit, I don't know why, but you can rip my tag now.
It's Cameron, bitch. Cameron, bitch. Cameron.
So that's my tag. You can rip that and put in your damn drum kits. I don't care. But you know, yeah, and also if you listen closely, the last thing in this playlist is actually a Johnny Cash Ring of Fire sample that's very faint. You can't really hear. If I turn it up a little bit, I'm literally gonna get a DMCA right now. I'm gonna show you all the effects I put. So first is the piano. I put a fruity filter on it at the preset retro sound on the piano. I put that on. Then I put a sound goodizer to make it sound good, obviously. I put a fruity soft clipper to like max out the lows and shit. I put the fruity limiter to make it not like ear rape because it lacks volume. And I put the fruity chorus, which is at the preset CE chorus, which is what you should use if you're an up and coming producer like me that literally made a hit somehow. But we're gonna go on to the next thing. So the kick, it's got the heat preset on the fruity fast distortion. the boost preset on the Fruity Blood Overdrive, and the Fruity Limiter on my own setting, which is the middle, so it doesn't go over your head. But basically, the bass synth, we got Fruity Delay 2 on the preset Widen, just to give it a little more oomph, you know? Sound goodizer all the way, because you gotta have that good bass. And the Fruity Multiband Compressor on the preset Crazy Bass, because we need the crazy bass. We're gonna make a crazy hit. The hi-hat's got just Fruity Reverb 2 on Drum Room preset, and the 808 has the heat, boost, and Fruity Limiter once again. So, yeah, nothing on a Johnny Cash sample, nothing on the tag. It's just straight up vanilla. With all that, it should sound like this.
It's Cameron, bitch. Cameron, bitch.